It's Chip Candy Bar. We are here to stay. But won't you stick around so we can brighten up your day? Chip Candy Bar Show, what up, ho? Chip Candy Bar Show, oh no. Chip Candy Bar Show, what up, ho? Chip Candy Bar Show, oh no. Chip Candy Bar Show, what up, ho? Chip Candy Bar Show, oh no. What's good, all you cool cats and kittens? It's your boy Boogashiki.
And I'm Ashley M.
And welcome to the Chip Candy Bar Show. Did you like the trailer? Did you like the fucking trailer, people? I hope you liked it.
Hilarious.
A lot of people that here's a true story. I went somewhere that had a DJ, and the second that I walked into the building, the DJ said that he was about to play the trailer as music in the place that I was at.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I would have loved that.
And I've had coworkers that I'll walk in and they'll start singing the intro.
It's a great thing because it's Chip Candy Bar, and we are here to stay. So,
But you know,
so we can brighten up.
I thought you were gonna say when you said true story. I thought you were gonna say Ashley's got a mouth like a washing machine. I still can't get over that shit.
You know what?
And the fact that you zoomed in on my mouth.
I did. And I actually went and got a picture of a washing machine off of the internet. And I got YouTube has this audio library, and I got the sound of water hose water to put in the back. God. I want to move my mic over here. It's gonna make a noise. It's okay though. Boom boom. All right. So we got another action-packed show full of nutrients and grains and riboflavin, and and we're gonna keep that pussy wet.
Or dry.
So, without further ado, let's jump into the first topic, which is a staple, Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore of holidays. Now, I understand there aren't a lot of holidays. And truth be told, I'm a fan of any holiday in which I get a day off. So,
right. And disclaimer, I feel like I should go ahead and make a note before you all get excited, your nipples get hard, and we're probably not going to argue much on this one because, I mean, it's holidays.
Right.
I'm not going to be able to argue much on what his favorite holidays are versus what my favorite holidays are.
However, if you have a shitty holiday and above a really good one, then we will argue.
Ooh. So, I don't know that now. I take all that back. I might end up having a shitty holiday over again. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we will. Okay.
So all right. I'll start. I'll do the honors first.
All right.
Okay. So my number 4 on my Mount Rushmore holidays is Easter. And there's reasons for that. I mean, I realize that Jesus was resurrected on Easter, whatever. But I like Easter because it brings back a lot of memories for me. Like my mother bent over backwards to make sure like me and my sister always had like the most badass Easter baskets. And so I kind of carried on that tradition with Emma. I always woke up on Easter Sunday and my mother would have so much shit spilling out of mine and my sister's Easter baskets. It would just be covering the coffee table. And, she always went out of her way to make sure Easter was really nice for me and her. And I try to do that with my kid. And I don't know, there's just something about it. I have such a good time doing it for my own child. So there's my number 4, Easter.
Okay, so before I moved here, Easter was just another day, honestly. Like, I guess because when I was in Virginia, there was too many people. Easter I didn't even really know until I moved here the religious significance of Easter.
Yeah, he died and then, he was resurrected 3 days later.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even know like Easter was as important. And I thought it was
Okay.
just I thought it was just Easter bunny and you eat chocolate eggs and all that stuff. And honestly, I had forgotten about Easter completely. But I'll be honest, it still doesn't make my Mount Rushmore. Now I like
But
now
it's just a nostalgia thing for
I
me.
will say my favorite thing about Easter is going to church and dressing up like
Mhm.
to the T. Like everybody's gonna put your Easter outfit on. Like I love
Yeah,
that.
and we used to do that too. I mean, in Baptist churches, it's like everybody had an Easter dress. It
Right.
wasn't just a Sunday outfit. Just it was one dress or one outfit you bought for Easter, and you wore it to church. You
For
know,
sure.
I think that's also like a Southern thing too.
It
You
is.
know,
Yeah, because like I said, we nobody even when I was in Virginia, I can remember going to church on Easter's and it just wasn't that big of a
yeah.
deal, I guess. Like and maybe it's just because I was young and I maybe didn't pay attention, but it's
Oh,
just
I'm
the
gonna
first.
sound so bad here to our listeners, though. But for me, Easter, it's not on my Mount Rushmore because of anything to do with church. It's
I mean
just
that
my
doesn't
childhood,
I mean
my
it doesn't
childhood
sound
memory.
bad.
Yeah. And, I do that for my kid. I do the same thing for my kid because the more I put in her Easter basket, the more I can fucking steal and eat myself. So
Yeah.
half of that shit's for me. I
Okay.
like to call it taxation. I teach my kid about that shit early.
Taxation without representation. I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Okay. So my number four on my Mount Rushmore is actually Thanksgiving. Now Thanksgiving is number four on my list for one
Oh,
reason only, and that's family. Because if you want me to be honest, I I could give a damn about the food on Thanksgiving. When I get my plate for Thanksgiving, it looks awful. Like it looks awful. Like I only have like maybe
Oh, I've
deviled.
heard about cold turkey from
Listen,
your
don't be
side, your
saying
family.
that. Don't be saying that on here because I don't need that to get back. And
No
then
names. Just
I got some splaining to do. But I think that I just don't like Thanksgiving. Like when I was a kid, I get rolls, but I don't like stuffing. I don't like dressing. I don't like yams. I don't like
you don't
sweet
like
potatoes.
dressing?
Hell no, I don't. And
You
I'm like,
son of a
I
bitch.
don't like anything really except for maybe deviled eggs, and they're not going to be at Thanksgiving. I'm laughing because I asked my grandmother if she can make ribs for fucking Thanksgiving. I just don't. And turkey's not nasty. I just don't. I mean, turkey is just like man. Like, why would you eat turkey when you can have chicken or you know the same thing? And the ham is good, but I'm just not. I don't crave Thanksgiving food. I just crave. You know what I like about Thanksgiving is sitting down at the table with all of my family and talking about old stories and stuff that we used to do. Like that's the only reason that I like Thanksgiving. People coming into town, but really and truthfully, I guess my love for Thanksgiving drifted because I worked in retail and
Oh, Black Friday.
yeah, Black Friday and Thanksgiving, you're never there for Thanksgiving, and most of my family was never here for Thanksgiving because they had to work. So and I had to work. So I mean, being a retail worker makes you hate Thanksgiving. Period. So that would definitely be a reason why I don't like it as much. But I still like it more than a lot of the other holidays, including Easter. So that's my number four. I had to do a little shit on your holiday there. My number four.
Just wait. Okay. So moving onward, my number three. There again, I have my reasons. It is Independence Day, 4th of July. That is my number three on my Mount Rushmore because my family, we've always done something for the 4th. We have huge cookouts. We do fireworks. You know, there's plenty of beer, plenty of soda, plenty of family. Like we've always got together and done something fun. Whether it's everybody come over, get in the pool, barbecue, or like my late Uncle Jeffrey and my dad would get a little drunk and shoot bottle rockets at stuff. And then that ended up turning into shooting bottle rockets at each other. And, it just, we always have fun on the 4th of July. Like I said, whether we're doing a small family gathering or just my immediate family, we're always doing something and we always have a good time.
Independence Day is another chicken wing for me because I like it. When I was a kid, I used to love it. We'd come down here and we would shoot fireworks, but Independence Day for me is like one of those things where the older you get, the less significant it comes. The only thing I really like about Independence Day now is the damn 4th of July parties. Really, that's really it.
Right.
Like, I
And
mean,
that's
like,
kind of what we do. We end up
and
having, parties, or it's
and I
just one big party. And the older I get, actually, the more I plan on doing stuff.
and
And,
I guess it's different because I don't have like kids, and my brother doesn't have kids, and my mom works, and we're older. So when we were younger, it was cool. Like we'd drive or get on a plane and fly up here to see my grandmother, and we would shoot fireworks with my friend Bone, who lived up the street at the time, and these other guys that live right behind us before they moved out, named Norm and Furious, Norian and Furious. Yes, and
furious.
we would all shoot fireworks, and that was fun. Like it was fun. And then I got older, and I was just like, it's not as fun as it used to be. It's better to just sit in your car and watch them shoot it at a show or something. But even still, like fireworks, I don't know. Fireworks aren't as fun as they used to be for me. And since I don't drink, it kind of ruins it. But Independence Day would probably be my honorable mention for sure.
Well, like, not everybody drinks, but like the people who do drink that, when we get together there's always plenty of that. But what we end up doing, I think year before last, we all got in the pool. And we were in the pool for like 3 hours. And then when it was time to eat, we all got out, we ate, and then we sat around and played board games. It doesn't necessarily we don't ever do the same thing every year, but we gather as the family. We gather, and we just always have a good time. With or without fireworks. Because I'll tell you, the last 2 years that we've tried to do fireworks at our house, it's gone really wrong. And so yes, like I don't know if they were defective, but they ended up exploding everywhere. Like we still have burn marks on our porch rails, or my parents do at their house. But I mean, it's just another time for family,
Yeah.
and I don't know. We're gonna have to fix your perspective on 4th of July. You're gonna have to start coming. I mean, your mom and dad's black son anyway. You're gonna have to start partying with us on the 4th of July. You'll have a good time. We eat, we play games, and we just chill.
Retail kind of ruined that for me too, because I
Oh yeah,
usually
because
used
y'all
to work
always had the
at
4th of July sales.
Yes. And we also had Black Friday in July too when I worked at Belk. And then of course
Okay.
Walmart. Yeah, Walmart was rough as well. So but the ironic thing is I told you that I don't really drink. But my
Yeah,
number
I don't
three
really.
my number three is New Year's.
Oh, that's actually my honorable mention because I do like New Year's. When I
See,
do go to a good New Year's shindig, I don't always. There's more New Year's than not that I'm just ringing it in my pajamas at home.
yeah,
But
but no,
when
but
I do
I
go to
can't.
some kind of New Year's event, I have a good time.
It's always fun. And you know what? Look, I don't drink, but I enjoy being around drunk people if they can handle their liquor. And I remember a couple years ago, I went to New Year's. I went to Jackson, Tennessee, to a club up
Like,
there.
right.
Yes, and they have these big balloons with like money in them, and
Oh,
they did like a countdown. And well, actually, no, they were balloons that were up there. I don't remember. Yeah, there were balloons that were up there, and they have like this little piece of paper that was covering them, and some of the balloons had money in them. So like once the New Year happened, they released it. All these balloons fall, and people were popping them to find the money. It was just a fun time. Like New Year's is a good place to be when you're. New Year's is a good holiday when you're around friends because it's just so fun and there's just and like I said, I don't drink, but I just love to be around people at New Year's time. Like I've never had as far as I can remember, I've never had a bad New Year's, and I've always went out on New Year's. Like I've never been at home, which I guess I'm not trying to take shots or anything, but um, New Year's is just always one of those things where I have to go out. I cannot stay at home. I gotta find somewhere to go. I gotta get turned up to some music or something. And I always dress up on New Year's too. Like I don't wear like a suit or nothing, but I'm always wearing like like a button up and a tie. Like I always do that on New Year's because it's a special occasion. So I love New Year's. New Year's is definitely my number 3.
I feel you. I feel you. All right, now my number 2 is Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And mine is
Oh.
Thanksgiving because.
Oh.
What?
If Thanksgiving is your number 2, just go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thanksgiving's my number 2.
I'm gonna fucking argue. I already know.
No. Well, for me, it's about the family and the food because, like, when my mama throws down in the kitchen, oh my God. And my dad, like, see, we have turkey. We can't have Thanksgiving without turkey, but we deep fry them sons of bitches. We deep fry. You ever had deep fried turkey, TJ?
I feel like I have.
Oh, no. You would know. You wouldn't know. There wouldn't be no, I feel like I have. No, you wouldn't know.
Okay, first off, I don't talk like that.
Yes, you do. Yes, he really does, y'all. He lowers his voice just for the podcast. You wouldn't know. I promise you. We have deep fried turkey. My mama makes the world's best fucking deviled eggs you have ever put in your mouth. We have deviled eggs. We have dressing. We have broccoli cheese rice. We have ham. We have everything. Desserts. It's all. But not only that, we do the family thing, and it was my late uncle's favorite holiday. And so no matter what's going on in the family, we've always been able to put shit aside and come together. And, we spend the day just watching football and playing board games and, eating until we're just disgusted with ourselves and then eating some more after everybody blows up the bathroom one by one. We just always have a good time on Thanksgiving.
My only problem is Thanksgiving food is like it's like a collection of all the C graded food. Like you're only gonna eat that on Thanksgiving, but you're not gonna like willingly go and get half of that shit during the year. Like it's just a collection of all the average food. Like it's all.
And that's why for us we love it so much because we only have those certain things at Thanksgiving, like green bean casserole and fucking, my mama makes the best cornbread dressing, and you stop that. I'm
very upset because I have the 2 best holidays as my 2 in 1, and one of them is not in your top 2 because you haven't said it yet, and I'm gonna snap.
No, you're not.
I am because I know what the best holiday is, but I'm gonna get there. But are you done talking about my number 4? Are you done?
I just think that just like 4th of July, you're gonna have to shut your smart ass mouth and come by our house and come by our household for a little bit on a Thanksgiving and just see. And take a bite of my mama's corn and just take a bite of my mama's cornbread dressing and have a little piece of fried turkey.
I thought I came by your house on Thanksgiving one year. Or their house.
I don't think
it was.
Was it?
It was either Thanksgiving or the 4th of July, I'm pretty sure, because that's when Cynthia made that joke.
Oh, I think that was the 4th.
Okay, then. Well.
So, yeah, you at least got to come by one time and eat one of my mama's deviled eggs.
Look, I see your mother is a very...
I
like deviled eggs.
Hers. I can't I can't make them if I try. There's something she does that, what my mama does is before Thanksgiving, she sends a mass text to all of us, my cousins, everybody. What do y'all want for Thanksgiving this year? Let's get a menu. The first thing everybody fucking says is your deviled eggs, Aunt Sonia. She makes the world's best fucking deviled eggs. At least come by this year and get your deviled egg, and you'll see.
All right. Well, my number 2, Krima. I love Krima. You know what I'm saying? When I say Krima, I'm talking about Christmas. I love Krima.
For all you Caucasians out there.
Yes, translate. So why I like Christmas? I actually like Christmas. I've actually grown to love it more than I think I love it more as an adult than I do as a kid. And the only reason that I say that is because I used to love getting gifts, but I think now I love giving gifts more than I love getting.
I like giving presents.
Yes, and and again, it's always the same thing too. It's the same thing as Thanksgiving, except with better food. Because we have way better food at Christmas than we do during Thanksgiving. And, everybody is actually able to make it to Christmas because all the stores usually close for Christmas. So people are usually off. So everybody's able to make it there. Christmas parties are great. I love Christmas sweaters like so much. I love the overall theme of Christmas. And a lot of people say that it's gotten strayed away from its actual meaning over the years, and it's kind of become a little bit more materialistic, which I don't disagree with. But I will say that Christmas is one of those holidays that I can never hate because I just love the Christmas spirit. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I have it. Even though the songs are annoying when you hear them over and over again. Like, I love watching The Grinch. I love, like, the people only drink eggnog at Christmas, even though I fucking think, it is disgusting. It is very nasty.
God, I hate eggnog. Fuck, I hate it.
It is very nasty. But I'm just saying I like the culture around it. I like that there's eggnog, and I like that there's a fucking mistletoe that you can kiss somebody under. And I like the story of Santa Claus and all that stuff, and Christmas cheer and all these songs.
I like the smell at Christmas. There are things that I can smell that make me think of nothing but Christmas.
Yes, and decorating a tree. There's just so much in the culture of Christmas that I just love so much. I just love it so much. So
I'm not gonna argue. Not mad at it.
That's my number 2. Krima.
Well said. All right. My number 1 should come as no shock to anybody.
Let me just
Halloween.
Let's save some time. Halloween is my number 1 as well. However,
I love Halloween. Even if I don't dress up, I love the feel of Halloween. I love going to some of these haunted houses, which I don't know how that shit's going to play out this year. I doubt I go to anything. I love Arcs Mortis. I love going to Derailed. I love getting my kid dressed up. I love handing out candy to trick-or-treaters. And plus, when Halloween rolls around, the next holiday is Thanksgiving, and then it's Christmas. It's like there's something about Halloween getting here just solidifies that the other 2 major holidays are right behind it. And, this year is going to come to a close, and, I like, it's going to start getting cold, and, plus when Halloween rolls around, that's when, Ashley's crock pot season begins. Y'all know how I am about my crock pot stuff now, but I just love Halloween and everything about it. I like decorating my front door,
Yes.
I just
looking at houses. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Going around and just looking at houses. And Christmas too. Christmas is good for that too. But going around looking at people's houses and seeing how they decorate. And I like one thing I really like. I like going to like those seasonal Halloween stores that only open around that time.
Spirit of Halloween. Fuck yeah.
Yes, those stores are always fun too. I
But
love
like
that.
what I love about Halloween is even as a kid, after you go trick or treating, I would always come home and then we'd sit down, like me and my dad and my mom, we watch scary movies. And me and Emma kind of do the same thing now. I think a lot of my holidays is a nostalgia thing and traditions that I've rolled over into, parenting my own child. Whenever Halloween is over, as far as the events of the night go, we always come home and watch a scary movie. Just something bloody, gory, cheesy. We just it's I don't know. Like I said, Halloween just solidifies
Halloween.
that the holidays are starting because the
Yes.
minute Halloween's over, they start putting out that Christmas shit,
Yeah, they
and
completely
it's
skip
just
Thanksgiving.
they do. I mean,
But
it's
well,
just
yeah,
like I
it's
said, it's just solidifies that everything's right there. Thanksgiving and Christmas. After
well,
Halloween, you're gonna in a few weeks you're gonna get to start eating that good shit, and
no, that average shit.
just you just stop while you're
Halloween,
ahead. Haven't argued.
you
Haven't
are
argued.
right. No, we're gonna argue because hold on. Listen, all four of my favorite holidays happen within a 3 month span because you have Halloween first, Thanksgiving, then Christmas, and then New Year's right off of that. Right after that. And the thing about Halloween is like it's again it's kind of like Christmas where there's a culture like there's Halloween music that they have, and then you dress up and you give out candy. And the thing that I like about Halloween the most is the depths that people go to dress up and put on costumes, and the parties are so fun. Now one of the worst days of my life happened on a Halloween, but I wasn't dressing up. However, though, Halloween is easily it's usually a tie between Halloween and Christmas, but Halloween
But
definitely
Halloween's just fun.
it is fun.
Everybody's kind of more in the mood. Like everybody's just there's a feel in the air that's different. And like I said, Halloween when Halloween's there, it just means it makes you think of the next two major holidays. You can't
Yes,
help it. You
and
just
and
know they're right there
and
within
let
each
me
other in just a
uh,
few weeks within each other.
And let me tell you something about Halloween. It's always a good time. I have went to clubs for years, and I have never seen anybody get into a fight at Halloween because
Hmm.
it's always fun. It's always fun. Now, New Year's,
You ever been to a club on Halloween period?
well, you need to go.
I've
Halloween
been to a club
parties
one
at
time.
yes, I'm saying like the most fun that I ever have at any club I ever go to is on Halloween, usually that or New Year's, but mostly Halloween because Halloween is more. They don't, people don't. They used to play bands and stuff at New Year's, and I don't like bands in person
Mhm.
or at a club. Like if I'm going to see a band, it needs to be at either a bar. Oh, excuse me, a bar or a concert. Now, my discrepancy. So if I got your list correct and got what you said correct. Christmas is not on your Mount Rushmore, and it's not your honorable mention either.
No.
So my next question is, who the hell do you think you are? What
I did not see that coming, motherfucker.
do you think you are? What do you not? Christmas is what?
Look, I love Christmas. Don't get me wrong, but I just
You like
I
Thanksgiving
love.
more than Christmas?
Well, it pays. Thanksgiving means a lot more to my family because we lost a dear relative in
Oh,
a car crash in 2012. And it was his favorite holiday. And we've made a point to come together since then, no matter what.
okay.
And it just means a lot more to me.
You like Easter more than Christmas.
Because there's just traditions that I carry over.
And
You
you
know
like,
what? You know what? You know what?
what else did you
I
say?
can't put
I'm not arguing
Emma
with
out
Halloween.
Christmas basket and still have her candy. I can't take her
No,
trick
you
or
can put
treating on
her.
Christmas and tax half that shit too, because I do on
Okay,
Halloween.
you can give
Um,
her candy in her stocking. There
my
are
mom
candy
takes care of
canes.
that. My mom's the stocking person,
Listen, I don't
but
ever do stockings either. I will
I
do, every year I will buy a crap ton of presents and I will never ever put anything in the stocking. And I always forget. I don't know why.
I love Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I love giving gifts, but as a kid, I spent a lot of Christmases without my dad. And, you know, or halfway across the world and not around family. You know, I love Christmas, but for some reason, I don't get into it as much as I do like Halloween and Thanksgiving
No,
and
sure. Listen, Halloween I can get. Thanksgiving I can get in your
you
case.
just don't like Thanksgiving food.
Thanksgiving I can get in. No, it's on my Mount Rushmore. Thanksgiving I can get. I don't get Thanksgiving more than Christmas. However, your reasoning it makes sense. But
Thank
Easter
you.
and Independence Day over Christmas? Oh man, heck no. Christmas is a whole season. Halloween is a season. Like the lead up to Halloween is probably the most exciting thing. Like when October hits,
Even
yeah,
Halloween's a season. I agree, but the
it is.
4th, there's not a season.
It's a day.
However, one day, and my family all gets together, and we have the best damn time, and we always have.
I don't do it on Christmas. Shame, Ashley. How
You know
dare you?
what? You know what? Just
Disrespect Irma. Let's just I told you we were gonna fucking argue. As soon as I
God, how
heard
do we do this every
when
fucking
I
time?
heard you could hear it. Remember when you said Thanksgiving, I was like, oh,
I'm gonna
because I
snap.
knew that one of them was not on there. Christmas and Halloween are I always like debate. I always really and truthfully, Halloween and Christmas are one in T1. They're T1, like tied for first. And then New Year's is number 3 and then Thanksgiving is 4. I never can usually put one above the other. I always usually but here recently I've leaned more towards Halloween because I had a Halloween where one of my apartment burned down. And so I hated Halloween. But then the very next year I went to Halloween at the club. But I remember when I had that Assassin's Creed outfit on at work. People
That
thought I was in the
show the
KKK.
outline of your dick.
No,
Yeah.
no, that was Black Panther.
Oh, that was Black
We were
Panther.
at Twin Oaks, and I
No, I
wore.
don't remember the Assassin's Creed outfit.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I had on Tim's too. Funny. All right.
Oh my God.
People thought I was wearing a KKK outfit when I went to the club that day. And I was like, why would I wear a KKK outfit? I don't understand.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie, that's hilarious. Anyway.
My friend wanted to wear one, but okay, we'll just move on. We'll move
Mm.
on to the next topic. I don't know. So the next topic is foreplay important? Do you want to know what my answer is actually? I dare say foreplay is more important than sex.
I was gonna say, all you sons of bitches, listen up.
Please.
Foreplay is everything.
As a matter of fact, and you know what? Here's the thing. I always tell people this. They say
Sex is a means to an end.
yeah, no, yeah. Sex, to me, everybody always talks about how sex is better, but I always say this. If somebody came over there to your house and they were a good kisser and hold on, let me back that up. They fucked you good, but they were a terrible kisser. They couldn't give you good head, and they didn't really they weren't good at massaging and stuff like that. Would
They
you
should
call
have
them
just
back?
stayed the fucking home. No.
Would you call them back, or would you call back the person that was not very good at sex, but they're a good kisser. They could give good head, and they knew how to turn you on. I
I
always say
call that person back.
there have been a lot of beautiful girls that I have talked to that have been pretty great at sex. But if they can't give me good head, if they're terrible kissers, I'm not calling them back. I'm not saying I'm not calling them back as in I'm just gonna fuck them and leave them. But I'm not as inclined to call them back for another round as I am for the girl that gives good head. Like there's been girls that I've had sex with 15 times, and I know one of them is ooh. But when I tell you she got the slop top gelato for 4 box tops, and it's hard for me. I don't even, and the bad thing is I don't even look at her face when she's doing it. I just think about how great it feels when she's giving me that sloppy toppy. So I mean,
Right.
I think foreplay. You gotta preheat the turkey before you put it in the oven, or before you cook it or eat whatever the fuck it is. I heard that on American Pie one time, but I think
You gotta preheat the oven before you stick in the turkey. I'm sorry. It's a peach of fruit. Okay.
just look at the screen and shut up. Listen, so yes, I think it's always good to the foreplay is very important to me. I don't.
I'm okay.
I watch porn a
I'm
lot,
gonna
as you
throw.
know.
I'm
And,
gonna throw in a number. Okay. Statistically,
uh-oh. Nerd.
two 2% of women orgasm via penetration. The rest is foreplay, clitoral foreplay. Okay,
Facts.
dudes. If you don't eat pussy, you need to start.
If you don't eat ass, you need to start.
No one gonna say nothing about ass.
Hey man, I said it in my most recent song that I'm gonna drop on my page. Proud ass eater, been a member since 15. Look how the light beam on my wrist hits a steel beam. Bars. Anyway,
Okay,
yeah. If you
so
don't foreplay, you gotta
my
eat.
point
I feel
though,
like eating pussy is a prerequisite. If you don't eat pussy, we're in 2020 and you're not eating pussy. What are you even doing?
and you have to enjoy it. If a man doesn't enjoy it, if it's just something he does, just yeah, well, she gave me head, I'm gonna return the favor. I don't want to. You're gonna suck at it, okay?
You have to
And
have a want to do it.
bad head is worse than no head, okay? And
I would agree.
yeah, and I'm telling you, oh my God, it's so important. The whole you you got to realize that sex is pretty much the man's way of crossing the finish line. Now, don't get me wrong, women can have sex and end up satisfied without an orgasm. But if you've given her one before you have sex, that's why she's satisfied.
Oh, to me, and honestly, foreplay is a game. Foreplay is like strategy. And really, if you make that bed and then you do really good with foreplay before you have sex, then the sex will be good anyway. I think.
Exactly.
Because even if you're not good at it, she's already wet and hot and steamy from the from the from the
That
foreplay.
sounded so gross.
I know it did. I leaned into the mic to say that. But
Do it again. Say it again one more time.
steamy. But I'm telling you,
Anyway,
once you preheat the oven, whatever the fuck that means, I'm kidding. Once you preheat the oven, that turkey's gonna come out so good. And if you just, you know, eat that shit right out the wrapper or whatever turkeys come in regularly, I don't know what they come in. They not gonna. It's just not gonna taste the same as you throw some seasoning on that bitch, and then he eat it. I just think that for me, I sit and fantasize way more about the head I've gotten than the pussy I've gotten, honestly.
I'm kind of the same way.
Like I don't like.
I reflect back more on, you know, who's been down there snacking on the monkey versus who's stuck it in, you know.
True story.
It
I have I have a collection of flicks on my phone,
oh
right?
good God.
And I have a lot of flicks where I've like had sex with girls, but most of the ones that I watch are the ones where I'm getting head. I just don't know. I just because it's easier for me to relate to the feeling of head than the feeling of pussy. You know,
Right.
I mean, it is. I don't know. I don't know. I just ooh.
Well, I mean, a woman can kind of make her mouth feel any type of way. You can't really do that with your vagina unless you're just, I don't know, some kind of sorcerer, but you are some kind of sorcerer.
No, I'm laughing because I started thinking like it's gonna sound crazy, but I was thinking when you said sorcerer and vagina, I was thinking of like an army of witches that have these little robes on, and they shoot spells from their vaginas. Like it's just
Shut
like it's just
up.
like them flying in the air, and then they
And
like
you
lean
called
back.
me a nerd
I
just
swear they lean
3
back and
minutes ago.
they lean back and then they just shoots like like I don't know potions and shit out of their vagina and like beams. I
Oh
could
my-
just I could
And
just
you
imagine
just
it.
called me a nerd. How
Well,
dare you?
I was talking about.
Anyway, getting back to the foreplay thing, let me go ahead and give you guys a piece of advice too. If you don't eat pussy, don't expect your dick to get sucked either.
Hey, vice
And
versa.
ladies, if he don't eat your box and you suck his dick, you're a fucking fool.
You're a bitch.
That is a two-way street.
I've had one girl that I've had sex with that that didn't give me head, and that was the only time we had sex. And she kept trying to get it, and I wouldn't do it because if you're not gonna give me head, I'm not fucking you. Again,
Like
I,
I'm one of those people that I get turned on more from pleasing the other person. I like to do it. I enjoy it.
it's about equal for me because well, especially if they know what they're doing. Like me personally, I love to see a woman run, and I love to feel her legs shake as I command her body as I go into the
Oh my
central
God.
control room
Oh,
and take
stop,
over.
stop, stop.
however, however, I love all of that, and I love like when they run and I pull them back with their thighs. I love all that. However, whew, when I get these when I get these grapefruits licked, it's hard for me to imagine
Your
pleasure better than it.
warm fruits.
Yes, no, I don't like warm fruits. And I get this marble on these marble floors, these Persian spherical
Buff.
rugs. These when I get them licked, I like it. So it's hard for me to I don't know to say I like one better than the other. I do really get a knack out of like eating the box because I love seeing a woman squirm.
Stop! Why are you saying it gross?
I love to see a woman
I've never
squirm.
thought to myself that the word squirm is nasty until now. That sounds
Because I do.
so
I love to watch her squirm and beg,
gross.
plea for her life as I'm sucking the fluids out of her.
Oh no, you're the worst kind of person. But going back to what I
It's a
was saying,
competition. It's a competition, Ashley. And I feel like
I mean,
know.
it really
Like
is. Like
I'm one of those people. If the
I
girl
I
gives me
had
really
a
good head,
dude. What?
I would say if the girl gives me really really good head, then I feel like I have to give her better head than she gave me. That's just me. Like if she got me like squirming and going up against the wall and like got me flailing and all that shit. Oh, you're gonna have to hit a backflip to try to get away from me because you're not finna embarrass me. I'm gonna embarrass you. But it's a competition. It's a
It is.
competition.
I mean, I had a dude chase me off his bed one time. And so I felt that I had to turn around and, bring the A game, But at the same time, you have to like that. You have to enjoy doing it. You can't do it because it's functioning. I mean, you can't do it because it's a chore. If you don't like doing it, you're going to suck at it. And if you
Absolutely.
suck at it, you may as well not do it. And
I
then you're
mean,
not going to get called back.
that's
But
anything in life for real. I mean,
or if you're one of those people that you're just very like me, I'm kind of uninhibited. Like if you make the decision to come into these shark infested waters, whatever I want to happen is gonna happen. You
you
can run
know,
screaming, run head for the hills, but you're gonna do it when I'm done with you.
you
I
know how
mean,
I know a
but you
girl's
need to
gonna
be
give
able
you.
to cut loose,
You know how
So
I know.
if you're very uptight, that's going to show as well. Even when your foreplay begins, when you're making out, when you start to, rub on each other and, get each other all hot and bothered, you've got to let loose. You've got to enjoy it. And you just, you got to eat the pussy. That's all I'm going to say.
Usually, the best way that I know that somebody is gonna be awful at foreplay is you ask them, do they give head, and if they say, or sorry, you ask them, do they like to give head, or if they give head, and if they say something along the lines of, yeah, I mean, if you do it, I'll do it. That kind of shit, like
That's not cool.
no.
That's not,
See, because me,
well,
I'm doing
I
it
guess I'll do
regardless.
it. I guess I'll do it because she sucked my dick. No.
Well. Listen now. If you tell me you're not gonna give me head, then I'm gonna do one of two things. Either I'm not gonna give you head, or I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna give you the most amazing head until you give me some head. Because usually, there's been a lot of women that have told me that they weren't gonna give me no dome, and then I ate that box and they changed their mind because I am a manipulator. That didn't
Just
work.
get away from the
That
microphone.
didn't work. I don't know. So I don't know if that one worked as much.
No, his
Steamy
squirm was cringy.
squirm.
It gave me chills, not in the good way. Ew, stop.
It made
But
you feel
like,
like a worm was like sliding
ew,
inside of you, didn't it?
it's just weird. And you say it with a British accent.
I don't know why either. I'm thinking, when I said that word, I was thinking like the whole time I was saying it, like you were at like a desk and I was in like one of those chairs, and then I was like, because I like to see them, and then I spin my chair around with my hands in that pyramid, and I said squirm,
It's
like an evil villain.
British. But anyway, I think foreplay is the most important thing. And I'll tell you something else. I know I can tell how somebody's going to be in the bedroom based on how they kiss.
Hmm.
Dude, let fellas, if you know how to really kiss a woman, like she should be kissed, then she knows you're going to do all right in the bedroom.
Foreplay is just like a condiment. You know what I'm saying? Like sex is good and food is good, but sometimes you add a condiment on there that makes it 10 times better,
Oh
like
yeah.
steak sauce, and because missionary is great, but missionary is a whole lot better if you're kissing while you're doing it, or if there's one time I was getting experimental and I was doing missionary and I was like rubbing her clit while I was doing it. I mean, shit like that, you know, foreplay, or rubbing on somebody's boobs while they're riding you or kissing on their neck. Why? I mean, that kind of stuff adds to the experience. So even foreplay during sex makes it better. So
True.
I'm just saying, you gotta. Hey, some girls, like to, get that finger or that thumb in the butt.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They want that stamp click.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
get away from the mic. But
So
yeah, foreplay is
hugely important.
everything.
I think foreplay is very important, And I think foreplay is more important than the sex. Not to say that the sex isn't important, but I think
I mean, it is.
the foreplay sets the table,
It
and the
does. It
foreplay
makes it 10
determines
times
how
better.
the foreplay sets the table, and the foreplay determines how good the food's gonna be. So
There you go.
there you go.
I,
All right. Next topic 3. Deep personal questions. I didn't say that one good.
all right,
So
I'll let you. This
yes, I
one.
was gonna say I will go ahead. Ashley, my deepest one of my deep personal questions. Describe a time to the viewers when you got your heart broken.
Oh. Oh. Which time? Shit.
Just any.
When I got when I got my heart broken. Are we talking about relationship wise?
Any
Or
at
just
any point, anytime. It could have been relationships. It could have been a death. It could have been when you were on your last chicken nugget at Wendy's. Because I have had my heart broken a lot of times when I've only had one nugget left, or when they've only given you 5 when you ask for a 6-piece. I mean, things happen. Or if you fell, or if somebody you saw get hurt, or if you heard a bad story and it broke your heart. Just anything.
well.
Nobody. No, I'm not singing that. We're not getting copyrighted. That's my
Okay,
sing-
well, I think okay. A lot of my heartbreaking stories are truly like upsetting. And because there's some that I don't want to rehash, I'll go into my let's talk about my 33rd birthday. My 33rd birthday, an ex of mine. He was so sweet the whole day. He said, I'm gonna come get you. I'm gonna, surprise you. We're gonna go away for the weekend. It's your birthday. And up until then, he was the most selfish motherfucker. Just him, self-centered. And matter of fact, we were working in Boonville. And it might have been my 32nd birthday. Yeah, I think it was my 32nd birthday. No, it was my 33rd.
25 years ago.
Yeah, 30,
Right.
30 years ago. And so he did what he said. And we went away for the weekend. And he had got a hotel room, pretty nice hotel room. And at that point, I knew he was a functioning drug addict. Like, like I knew. But he had been cleaned up for about a month. And before that, I had given him an ultimatum, I'm sick of this shit. I'm not going to sit around and watch you do this to yourself. And, I'm not going to stand for it much longer. You either get your shit together or I'm gone. And, so his mom put him into rehab and he went to rehab and, he got out. And so we went away for my birthday and I really had saw a different side to him. And he was just incredible. And I was like, this is the person I knew he could be underneath it all. This is the person I knew he could be. So that first night, we had gone out to dinner, and I just couldn't get over how great he had been and how lucky I was that this was the this was the person that I was getting as sober, the sober him. And we had gone to sleep that evening, and I guess I woke up around 2 o'clock in the morning because the light came on in the bathroom. And he didn't know I'd woke up. Well, I did not. I didn't sit up. I just watched him. I still had my head on the pillow. He didn't know I was awake, and I just watched him. And he put something in his mouth. He had gotten into his shaving kit, and he put something in his mouth. And I was like, huh, I don't know what that was, but I'm going to find out. Well, we went back to sleep, or I did. I woke up again at like 6 o'clock that morning because he was in his shaving bag again, and he was putting something else in his mouth. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is he doing? Well, I ended up waking up that morning a little bit later, and he was throwing up all over the hotel room, puking in the corner, puking by the bed, on the floor. And he finally got up, went to the bathroom, and he ended up on his knees, just hugging the toilet, just throwing up. I was like, what? Why are you so sick? What is going on? He didn't say anything. So I went over to a shave bag, and he had Suboxone, which is almost like, it's almost like methadone. It's what they give to recovering drug addicts.
Mm-hmm.
And except he had bought these off the street. He lied. He never went to rehab. And he couldn't stop throwing up. And here it was, my birthday, and the sober him was actually on Suboxone that he bought off the street. And people actually buy that shit off the street because it's just as addicting as like heroin. And so I ended up packing up my shit, and I called his mother, and I told her, I was like, if your son goes missing, his body's in this hotel room because I'm done. And she ended up telling me to get out, and she didn't want me or my daughter hurt anymore by her son. And yeah, it broke my heart. And that is how I spent my 33rd birthday. And that was when I was done with him. But then he still would find a way to try to pop back up and into my life. But yeah, that was a time when I got my heart broken.
Damn, sis.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow.
All right, TJ.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fear?
Oh. My biggest fear. I don't know. I guess my biggest fear is to be. Oh God. I don't know. I don't know.
It's actually a tough question for a lot of people.
Well, I used to always say my biggest fear is to be looked at like the stereotype that has been unfairly placed upon my race. But but I've already been that, and it was infuriating, but it wasn't something I was really scared. And I have a way to prove, and truthfully, I have a way to prove them wrong. You know, I think a genuine. I don't really know. Like, I guess my biggest fear. Oh man. I'll take world history for 500, Alex.
And unlike the would you rathers, you don't necessarily have to answer these.
Well, I would love to answer it. I just don't know what I could.
Because
I guess I don't think about it.
Uh-huh.
I guess one of my biggest fears would be somebody within my very close circle getting killed in front of me, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay.
Either that, as dark as that is, or having a baby with somebody that I don't want to have a baby with.
Right. That's understandable.
Because the stress from having a bitter baby mom and for some baby dad, well, for a lot.
Well, not only that, if it's someone you truly don't want to have a baby with, you're still biologically linked to that person forever.
Exactly. And no matter what happens, like I have a lot of friends that go through drama with their baby mamas or baby daddies, and the level of stress, and it really just wears down on you mentally. So I think that would be one of the biggest fears that I have. I think God.
Which and
Uh,
understandable.
so yeah, that would be
But
my
with
biggest.
respect to the question, what's your biggest fear? Like people always constantly think about things they're scared of. But when someone just asks you what's your biggest fear, it's very hard to just
Well, yeah,
pinpoint one thing. Like I have a biggest fear and I know what my biggest fear is, but like if it's not something you've ever been asked or you just don't dwell on, it's hard to think of just one thing.
well, it's hard because I fear a lot of things. You know, like I am deathly afraid of like the paranormal. Like but there's a
Mhm.
reason why I'm very afraid of the paranormal, and I'm very jumpy because of it. Like we had we were like really really poor, and my mom worked at a realtor agency or whatever, and the boss put her in a house that nobody would buy, and it was abandoned for months or for years. Turns out that house was haunted, quote unquote. So when we were in there, we could hear stuff all the time, hear voices, and it was just a terrifying experience. And so I don't know if a lot of people have ever seen, but I'm really jumpy. Like, like even the smallest things scare me. You know,
Mm.
if you jump at me, I'm gonna flinch like every time. Even if I know you don't really pose a threat, I'm gonna flinch every time. And I'm just jumpy and everything's scary. I sleep with a fan and my TV on, and I don't care if it's minus 15 outside. I'm turning my fan on to kill the sound or to keep the sound in the room because I don't when it's dead silent and I'm just sitting there in the dark unless I'm incredibly tired. I just ooh. I remember I was over here at my grandmother's house and there was a cat underneath the house and it was meowing and I thought it was a fucking baby and it scared the shit out of me.
You
Like
pussy.
and listen, and everybody calls me. I don't care. I'm deathly afraid of the paranormal. Like I can't go watch those movies in theaters or nothing because I will go home and my mind will just think about that. Like I'm really, really, also really, really scared to be homeless, and I'm really, really scared to um, be in. I mean, we've been homeless before, but I'm also very scared to be in like a lot of debt. I'm scared to take out a real loan. you know, like
Right.
I have a fear of a lot of things. I have a small fear. I never want to trip and fall in front of a large group of people.
Oh, there
Oh,
was that one time you reached out, we were at work and I was in a different area and you reached over to get a ball on the floor and you fell out of your fucking
yes,
chair. Do you know how mad I was that I didn't see that shit?
I'm telling you. And
I
and
was
and the thing
so damn
is,
mad.
it wasn't embarrassing because I knew a lot of them. But when I say like a group of people, like I mean like tripping and falling at like a
The club.
basketball game, or even well at the club is different because
You can
all
pass
those
it off.
people are
Drunk.
well, all those people are drunk. Yeah, and people fall all the time. But even when people fall, it's still embarrassing for them because everybody stops. I remember one time one of my exes was there and she was drunk and she was just like going around dancing with everybody and she fell in the middle of the floor and I just felt so bad for her.
Hmm.
Somebody tried to like reach and help her up and they like did that shit where they like brushed their hair like instead of picking her up. I said somebody did that to me. We gonna have to fight. Like even if I get my ass whipped, I don't care. So yeah, I mean I'm scared of a lot of things, honestly. But to pinpoint, like you said, to pinpoint one is just tough. Cause
Right.
I have like a really bad fear of heights too, like a really bad fear of heights. So yeah, I mean
Good
it's
God, man.
yeah. Y'all hear me
You're
talking.
a
And you might be
sissy
like,
girl.
he's such a bitch, but
Right?
I'm not a bitch because I'll make you squirm.
Oh my God, I'm gonna puke on my phone.
Okay, all right. What's your number? Is it my turn? It's my number two, isn't it? Okay. Actually, I know this is a cliche question, but is
Okay.
there truly anything about you that you would change?
Oh God. Oh, so much. Where do I begin? Well, I mean, I would change how insecure I can be. And now I'm not so insecure that I let it affect me as like, like my personality or anything like that. But I have deep rooted, deep seated confidence issues. I would change that, you know, if I could. I'm trying. I am trying to work on it. You know, there's a lot of that I'd change about myself physically. I want to be taller. I want bigger lips. I want bigger boobs. I want, the smaller waist. The cliche. I want to look like Jessica Rabbit. Do you know who that is? You're
I
you're
do
too
know who.
young.
I know who
Okay.
Jessica Rabbit is. Red dress, friggin' big ass.
I
She
mean,
bad. And she's
yes,
also
and
practicing
I want to.
bestiality too. But okay.
Well, I wouldn't want to fuck a rabbit, but I'd want my Jessica Rabbit cheeks to get clapped by anybody that I wanted. I would change. Oh God. I would change my decision making skills. I don't make the best ones. I mean, I do, but then I don't. Like, my head can make the best decisions, but I tend to follow my heart, and that tends to fuck me up. Yeah. I would change so much about me. There's not just one thing, you
Can I be
know?
honest with you?
hmm
I probably wouldn't change anything about me.
Well, you don't need to.
Wow.
I need to.
No, you
There's
don't.
there's a difference. I need to.
No. See, I don't feel like I need to change anything about me because I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm at the point where I kind of like what I'm doing. If there was one thing I could change, I wish that I would have stayed with YouTube back in the day. I quit doing it, and I had like 378 subscribers in like 3 months.
Oh, do you
I,
think that? Just think that you could be up to like 380 by now.
wow,
I'm fucking with you.
wow. That's actually a really, really clever joke. You kind of got
It
me.
was. I couldn't help myself.
But that would probably be the only thing that I would change. But see, that's not something like that's just, so impactful. Because, I got to do a lot of other, it was taking a lot out of me to do that. And, I started working a second job, which I probably
Right.
wouldn't be able to do if I was still doing the YouTube thing. So back in the day. So, hey, it all work out.
Right. I think, yeah, just to answer that question, I think the main thing I would change is my confidence issues, my insecurities. Because it tends to make me I push certain people away when I shouldn't. And then the people that there's people I do want around that just really don't want to be around me. And I push, and those are the people I don't need in my life.
Right.
But then I tend to push away people that want to be around me more. It's weird. It's weird.
Understandable. Listen, I got you completely. Um, yeah. Okay. So what's your number two?
TJ.
Yes.
Loyalty or looks?
Oh man, listen. So I have to ask a question before I answer that.
hmm
So with the looks, are they incredibly gorgeous and then just really terrible as far as loyalty? And then with loyalty, are they really, really ugly but loyal? Because
No,
are
not
you
necessarily
are you
really.
just asking which would I prefer in a woman?
Yeah. I mean, you could have somebody average
Oh,
who's
average
more
is loyalty
loyal
for
than
sure.
ever. You could have someone who's just drop dead gorgeous and she ain't worth a fuck,
No,
as far
yeah,
as loyalty goes.
I have met some very beautiful women, but
They're pieces of shit.
yeah, and if you're a piece, I don't want you. I would rather deal with somebody who is incredibly loyal to me. Because really, that's been my problem with women in general the last couple of girls that I've talked to. They have been incredibly unloyal and inconsistent. So, yeah, loyalty over looks any day if, unless they're just completely ugly. I mean, as far
Right.
as dating goes, but,
Right. Okay.
because I mean, for real, I'm serious. Like, I would rather date like somebody like around here that's gonna be in my corner
Right.
24/7 as opposed to like Rihanna is my wife, and as much as I love Rihanna, if she
I'm sorry,
was
Anna.
if I was one of her like 18 boyfriends, then
Be
I would be
okay.
like 75% happy, But if I was around here, I'd be 100% happy.
See, for me,
I love Rihanna.
it's like,
I'd eat her ass
oh, will
in
you
a
stop?
heartbeat.
For me, I would rather have someone. I mean, if you're average looking, okay, fine. But if I've had a bad day, I want somebody that'll be there. If I've had a good day, really good day, I still want somebody that's going to be there.
And I
You
kind of learned that.
I need a ride or die is what I want. I want somebody that's going to be there for me, just like I'll be there for them, because our looks disappear, they go away. You know,
And I think
Loyalty is where is
for
that?
sure, I think I can attest to it too. The last girl that I dated was incredibly beautiful, but she was incredibly infuriating because her
Mm,
personality was awful. So it really, hey, no disrespect either if you listen. I know you're not, but if you are listening, I don't
It's
really
a
give a
fuck.
damn. I don't give a
You
damn.
are who you
But
are.
yeah, like I'm just calling it like I see it. And ain't nothing I ain't told you. But the last girl I dated, she was incredibly gorgeous, but her personality was ass. And I'll take somebody who's average or maybe a little bit below average that'll treat me good as opposed to
That you
somebody
can,
that's right.
you can still go and live your life, and they trust you, and you guys can laugh, and
Yes.
you
Right.
know that just be comfortable with each other.
Yes, because I think a lot of the times those when those people are incredibly good looking, they try to use that as a crutch to treat you like shit. You know
And
what I'm
that's
saying?
fine,
It's not cool. So that's just me.
because when you get to be about 75 years old like me, your ass gonna be butt ugly too. So get
Yeah.
off your crutch and be a good human.
I don't think. Well, see, and that's why a lot of those really really good looking women are usually single, because most of the time they have all these high demands, and
Mm.
if they want somebody to give them, or even men too, but they want somebody to give all the maybe not the men as much, because I think a lot of those really attractive men prey on the really ugly ones or the vulnerable ones because they know that they'll get it's just different anyway. But the women, I think they just expect somebody to put in effort for them, but they don't want to put in effort for the person that they're with either. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
back to Amito. Anyway, so is it your turn for your number three or your number two? Oh, it's my
You
turn, ain't it?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, well, since you're already 150 years old, you're gonna have to excuse me when I ask this question. What do you most look forward to about being old?
Grandbabies. I know I'm sounding stupid here. I know I
You
sound corny.
absolutely do not sound stupid. I
I
think
want
grandchildren. I would rather have grandchildren than regular children.
Hell, right now my goal is to, you know, my going back to the question I asked you, what your biggest fear is. My biggest fear is never having any more kids of my own. While I still can. But now, having said that, looking into the future, I want grandbabies that I can bounce on my knee and feed them all kinds of junk food and shit, and then send them back home to their
That's what I'm
mamas.
saying. They're rentals. I like that.
I
I've
want
always
grandbabies,
I've always wanted to be
and I want to be able to take my teeth out when I give old head.
dead. I can't wait to one thing that I think I'd love to do when I get older. I'd love to go to bingo as an old person.
You can
I
do that
love
now.
to play shuffleboard and wear these little stupid flower shirts with them shorts tucked in. And
I want to be able to take a titty off the ground and slap people with it.
God Almighty,
I want somebody to rip my diaper off with their teeth, with their gums.
mm. Yeah, I can't wait to I can't wait to sit down and tell my grandkids stories about me as a kid and also
Right.
stories about how their parents acted when they were kids.
That's yeah, exactly. I
You
want
know,
grandbabies. That's what I
and,
look forward to in
and
the
going to
most.
what the grandkids is definitely what I would love to go watch my grandkids do sports and stuff. You know,
I don't really mind either way if they're nerds or what. I want sleepovers at my house. I want my grandbabies to grow up and tell their kids, I used to cook with my grandmother, and your grandmother
yeah,
used
stuff
to,
like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
used
can't wait
to,
to serve dinner
my
at 5 o'clock in the
grandmother,
afternoon.
I want my kids to tell their kids, or I want my grandkids to tell their children, my grandmother was covered in tattoos, my grandmother was cool, I just want, grandbabies all around me.
For sure. Well, absolutely.
Okay.
I actually look forward to getting old, honestly. It'll be that cool
I mean,
old.
I don't look forward to getting old until I've done everything I want to do,
For sure. I can't wait to be, I can't wait to be old and then getting up at a cookout and hitting a little dance like the electric slide or some shit. At
I
that
think
point,
about that man, that video you tagged me in on Facebook, the old man with the gold shoes. Gave the white girls, what was it? Give the black girls digging the white girls cock. That guy. Okay, moving onward.
Number 3, man.
hmm TJ,
Yes.
are you content?
Hold on. Content with what, life?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Good. I didn't think so.
I'm
You still got stuff
happy.
you want to do, but
I'm, ha-
but
I'm
you're happy.
I'm happy. Yes, absolutely. Hold on. I must be a. Oh, I
Will
must be
you
allergic. Must be allergic to the
The
blue and
cat
red
is still
bag
on
of
the
Doritos.
house.
No, I'm allergic to the blue and red bag of Doritos. That's what I'm allergic to. Ugh.
Mm-mm. You're not allergic to either of those.
Diet root beer.
Son of a bitch.
Chunky monkey. Anyway.
Oh my God, that's a cure for what ails you.
Oh, by the way, I told the people we work with about Chunky Monkey and Red Raisin or Rum Raisin. And do you know what their response was? Blech.
You no, you need to tell Mr. Clifton about rum raisin.
Well, I'm not gonna tell the person that I know is gonna like it. I asked people who I don't
He's
know
the
like
one that turned me on to rum
right.
raisin ice
I'm not gonna. Mr. Clifton scored me bad. Rum raisin. Out of all the things that he said, that. Ugh. But no, I'm not content at all. No, and I don't think I'll ever truly be content. Because to me, there's always something that you can strive for. Complacency is such a killer. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I think if you don't have goals, then what are you doing? Like, and you can make goals for anything. Like, I go to the club, I'm gonna dance with 4 bitches tonight. You know what I'm saying? I go to work, I'm gonna try to have a good day today. Try not to, you know, I don't want to go into details about that, but we were talking before the show started, and I told you like I wanted to get a house and a car and all that stuff. And even when I get those things, I still gonna want more. You know what I'm saying? You know what else I want really bad? And I probably never play it. You ever go to arcades and see that big, gigantic Pac-Man machine where it's like a big wall and
Mhm.
you step up to it and play? I want one of those in my house. Uh, Take a guess how much they cost though.
Probably about $5,000.
Oh, times two.
Really?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Well, there you go. That's a
The
goal.
world's largest Pac-Man machine. That's a goal though. So yeah.
Okay. I
So
feel you.
no, I'm not content. Happy, yes, very happy with life. Could be worse.
But you're not
Has been
content.
worse, but I'm not content. No.
Yeah. Okay. We ended up getting a little serious with these questions.
Well, that's why they were deep.
Yay. Is it time? Is it time?
It is.
Yay! Best worst pickup lines number 2.
Oh, yeah. And it's about to get nasty.
Oh my god.
That was my eyeball. That's my fucking eyeball. I'm turning my camera off after that. Okay. So I started last time, so it's on you to start.
All right. I just want you to know some of these I'm going to have a really hard time getting through. Harder than it was last week. Like,
Really? Wow. Mine weren't that
yes.
difficult this week, actually.
Oh,
Mine's not going to be that difficult.
so hey TJ,
What's good?
do you have an ugly girlfriend?
Uh, no. Yes.
You want you want what?
That's solid. Solid.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Oh man. Well, after you said that one, I'm not even gonna laugh at the one that I have. Um, Ashley,
Mhm.
did you get your license suspended for driving
Why?
all these guys crazy?
Oh, shut up!
I'm not gonna lie. When I read that before I like said it, I read it and I was like, oh, that one's awful.
Trust me, they sound better coming out of somebody's mouth.
They do. Is what she said.
So hey TJ, I don't know much about I don't know much about pies, but you sure do make my banana cream.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that was awful.
Oh, I
Ooh.
love it.
Well, you've heard this one before, I'm sure, but I'll say it anyway. So, Ashley, do you like whales? We
Like
go with,
what?
do you like whales? Because, we can go humpback at my place. Because it's a humpback whale.
I get it, yay!
Yeah.
So, so TJ,
Yeah.
do you have pet insurance?
God.
Because your pussy's getting destroyed tonight.
I don't know what your obsession is with my mangina. Just cut it out.
Oh, stop. Make it worse.
Oh, hey, Ashley, by the way, are you I'm sorry, this is off the record. Are you a fan of Imagine Dragons? Do you like their music?
No.
Oh, well, imagine dragging my balls across your face. The setup was perfect.
Oh, you did.
I just
This
imagine.
one, oh my God, I gotta take a deep breath.
I actually just imagine dragging my balls. I've never actually done that. I feel like that's just kind of a waste when they could just be in somebody's mouth. But
Right?
dragging them across the face like a dog on a carpet.
You remember that episode of Family Guy? Where Quagmire asked, "You okay? Want me to drag my sack across your face?"
So if you sit
Okay.
to your testy.
So, oh God, TJ, I've shit my pants. Can I get in yours?
Oh my gosh. That is. I I shit my pants. Can I get in yours? That's actually ridiculous.
It's so funny. Oh.
All right. So, Ashley, are you a big breakfast eater? You like breakfast?
Yeah.
Like eggs?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Because I'm gonna let you suck this egg.
I thought you were gonna ask if I like scrambled or fertilized.
No. See, because I knew I've told you the omelet joke. Actually, you told me the
You
omelet
thought
joke,
like
but I just put a little twist on it.
you like it?
I'm gonna let you suck this.
Oh God, TJ,
Yeah.
you smell like trash. Can I take you out?
The garbage doesn't run until Monday. I actually don't know. You can't
Monday.
take me out. I actually don't know when the garbage runs over here, honestly.
Oh, mine runs on Wednesday, just so everybody's clear.
Because that's vital information for everyone's lives.
Yes, and that was my fifth one, but I have one honorable mention.
Well, let me say my fifth one, and then you can do your honorable mention. Because my fifth one isn't very good. All right. You know, Ashley, has anybody ever told you that your face is like a wrench?
No.
Because every time I look at you, my balls tighten.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That was like the
Oh.
white card in Cards Against Humanity. I just wanted to throw out on the twofer.
Oh God. Oh, so I do have a question, TJ.
Okay.
Are you from Africa?
Technically, no.
Shut up! Shut up!
uh,
Don't ruin it! Don't ruin it! Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry.
Are you from Africa? Cause I want to know. Can you suck this dick?
Like Kenya.
Can you suck this dick?
I get it.
Are you from Africa? Well, technically.
Technically, I have never been to Africa. But my ancestors are from Africa.
Shut up. You almost ruined it.
I'm glad you laughed at that, though.
Oh, I couldn't help it. Technically. That's all I have. Yeah.
Podcast, and just know that your smile is almost as big, warm, and lovely as my dick.
You shut your fucking hole.
Just sit on the ground and smile like a donut.
Oh God, damn,
That's
TJ.
a good
Damn, TJ, do you shit with that ass? Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh man, you come here often? Well, you want to?
You're fucking reading pickup lines online now, aren't you?
I'm not. No. Hey, quick question though. What do you call a gay dinosaur?
This Stegosaurus.
Megasaurus. That's what you call it. I'm not homophobic. I just realized that I'd be making all these gay jokes and stuff on
You
here.
are.
I love people who are gay.
Yes, he
My,
really
I
does.
love
Really does.
love watching lesbian porn a lot. Just as long as the lesbians are, real lesbians. God, you know what? No, I don't care. Like who you like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna watch. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. I actually watched one the other day. There's this girl called Chicago Gotti, and she be fucking these women like a nigga.
Oh
And I
my
love it.
God. I know who you're talking
So
about.
Chicago Gotti from Magic Productions,
Yes.
she be fucking them like dudes, and
And that says a lot about me. We
it
should
does
end on that note.
she should.
Mhm.
Um, she's got some nice titties and they're pierced perfectly, and
Are
I
you talking
actually
about Chicago Buddy?
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are some really good videos, and they always have shitty ratings. I have no reason, no clue why.
It's because of the music they played through the whole thing.
Well, they don't ever play the whole thing. That's why I assume people get upset because they play like these little trailers, and they're only like,
And they're full of loud ass music.
yeah, that's
That's
true.
oh my God. Anyway,
This is
we
why
should
we were
end on
destined. This is why we were destined to do this podcast because we are the same person.
oh God.
Well, I'm not homophobic. I have to say that again. I love my people. I'm not. Oh God.
And let me just interrupt you and let everybody know that technically he's from Africa, but his ancestors are at least.
Yes, I've never been to Africa. Good segue. Hey, so if you guys enjoy the channel, and the shit and the lime and the coconut, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you like the trailer. I worked very hard on it.
It's funny. It's funny. And he calls me succulent, which makes me think of a piece of makes me think of a piece of ham.
I think of a,
Succulent's a nasty word too.
I think of a peach. Well, you don't like the word succulent?
I think you should just
I don't
fuck
think that's.
off.
See, I didn't feel good about that one either. Did you say fuck a horse?
Fuck off.
Oh, I thought you said I think you should just fuck a horse. I mean,
I mean, I would watch it if you did,
I
just
would
out of my
not.
own
As
morbid
long as
curiosity.
you don't want the horse to fuck me, because I'm pretty sure the horse's dick is like 5'4".
That's as tall as me.
I'm telling you, I saw a horse one time walking, and it was walking. His dick was swinging, hitting its stomach every time it walked. I was like, Lord, that thing would do some damage.
And then you bent over.
Nope. Oh God, no. I don't think it'd come out my mouth if it went through the.
Like a skewer.
God, yeah. Ooh. You ever see like Alien, like from Alien versus Predator, has that little mouth that pops out?
Yes.
That would be the horse's dick coming from through my ass out of my mouth. Now get back in there, little tiny mouth. Now you know what I'm talking about? That's Family Guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm fixing to go
love-
watch the shit out of some Family Guy.
I'm just gonna go watch the shit out of Chicago Gotti.
I thought, oh.
So yeah, again, like, comment, subscribe to this, and as usual, I'm starting to. Well, I had a week off from you all because we posted the trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, I met another girl at camp, and I kind of like her a little bit more than y'all. So I don't really like you anymore. I just kind of, every time I see you, I'm like, oh, she's cute. I mean, I still let you get a piece, my fruit roll up out my bag, but I'm giving my sandwich to the bitch I met from camp. So
Ignore him. I love you all. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we upload. Every time we upload, you'll get the notification on your phone directly. And any feedback, positive, negative, whatever, comments below. That section belongs to you guys.
And if you're from Africa, I would very much appreciate it if you would put that in the comments. Hello? Also, I'm not homophobic. I need everyone to understand that.
He's just homo.
I'm not. That
Anyway. Anyway.
Yes, thank you all for watching. Let me give you one more beautiful sight of the dogs. Here we are. And oh man. Oh, that's how Chicago Gotti be getting them. You see that stroke game right there?
I see that. Go behave.
All right.
We'll catch you all on the flip side.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Bye.